control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Show. John here.
This is Ann.
With Carlos back in the studio and with
The real American.
with Suck Job over there. Anyway.
Oh my god.
This is
Already
sort of
we're starting
thing-
off the show with some negativity.
Yeah.
Yes, because he is. He's a suck job. He sucks.
You would know all about that.
We had
From 2 Monday Night Raws
we had
ago.
main event, Ant-Man.
It was the main event over at John's.
Main event.
We did see the main event. Robert,
Well, at least 2 of us did.
Main event.
right. Well, he's talking about main event now. We did see main event.
No, I said you.
And,
I didn't say him.
Well, he's got to put his input to it.
No, he
for main
doesn't.
event.
Just talk.
Oh my goodness.
It's one of those
All
things
right.
that are going to end up getting cut.
Yeah.
No.
We gotta stop.
All
Start
right,
over.
So, main event, first match. We got Wade Barrett versus R-Truth.
R-Truth.
So, when we read the spoilers to this match, the report said that R-Truth won it.
Didn't read the spoilers, so I didn't know about that.
No, you didn't. I did, Bill. And I was expecting R-Truth to win. I forgot that sometimes spoilers are completely wrong. And, well, it was just awesome. It was awesome to see, not R-Truth lose, but to see the Dirt Sheets get something else wrong.
Boom.
Sometimes they just can't even get a simple result right, you know? But it was a good match. You liked it. That was your favorite match of the night, you said?
I didn't say which one was my favorite. I couldn't decide. I didn't want to say a tag match because you know that I'm for tag matches.
Uh-huh.
But it was difficult having this main event with 2 tag matches.
Yeah, to be honest, this main event, none of the matches really stuck out. I guess you could say this one stuck out, seeing as how it was the only singles match.
I think that the Barrett R-Truth match would have stuck out more for me if they didn't keep showing The Miz talking.
That would have been nice. If anything,
The Miz the whole time.
they focused more on the Miz and Wade Barrett thing going on, or what I thought was finished after
Just
Monday.
add that to WrestleMania.
And it was stupid. It was the good thing about that match was that the way it started off. We did see some good stuff from R-Truth.
Mm-hmm.
He's not injured. He looks all right. He looks healthy. Usually R-Truth matches don't last more than 3 minutes.
Nope.
He loses.
Well, now that he's come back, I think he's on a winning streak.
Yeah, but I mean his matches are still short.
Yeah.
Even so.
Yeah.
But he is on a winning streak. That streak isn't there anymore. He lost to Wade Barrett. And then afterwards, Miz threw a hissy fit. Started, trying to touch Wade Barrett, and Wade Barrett wasn't having any of it. So he left. He did a good job.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole match, Barrett, every now and then would just, before the match started, he held the Intercontinental title in front of The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him some stares and all that. Barrett cut a promo afterwards, and that's why Miz... Why is he even there? Why? Why is he even there? Why is he on commentary? Where's Brad Maddox?
I don't know.
Well, there is Brad Maddox. Oh, he was in the WWE inbox thing.
Oh, he was. But,
That's where he is.
Well, he should be on announcing. I like the way he gets everything wrong.
It's great. Isn't it the best?
It is. And an interesting note, later on in the main event when we had... Well, actually, I'll get to that later. There was a match between... What came first? Divas match?
Divas tag match. There was only 3 in...
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Interestingly enough, there was a big... well, not big. It was a bit of a promo showing that Alicia Fox and Natalya went to... Where was it?
Rwanda,
I think it
They've
was.
been showing it on SmackDown and all this other stuff.
Yeah, where they visited the there's a place where malaria is being spread, kids are dying and all that stuff. So they went there, for some aid.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They're talking about getting nets.
Yeah. So basically, they showed that, and it's funny at this point because I'm wondering. Okay, I guess Alicia Fox is kind of a face.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes sense.
And
Natalya's a face as well.
but it's weird because Oksana I thought was a heel.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, she's a heel.
After they showed that promo, Alicia Fox was looking all happy. Oksana was saying good job. Then Natalya came out with Layla.
Oh.
And, same thing. They were happy and all that stuff. But then Alicia Fox cut the promo, basically declaring herself as a heel because she said that she took more from that trip.
Experience and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And Natalya was too busy talking about Kali.
Yeah.
With big hands
About
and big
how-
feet and big ego.
Yeah, about how she
God.
misses her boyfriend and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The match was alright.
And Michael Cole on commentary was saying, no, it's not true.
Yeah, basically.
I asked her about it. She didn't say anything about Kali.
So
Thank you, Michael Cole.
Yeah. So basically, the match actually went longer than we thought. Actually,
Yeah.
you said it went longer than you thought. Thought it
Diva
would.
matches are usually very short, and
Yeah, I mean, but again, we got to remember that this is a main event, and the
That's right.
people who don't get the time on Raw do get it here.
Yes.
yeah, but also half
Which
the
is-
show is promos.
Yeah, Raw
So I didn't
rebounds.
expect that it would be as long as it was.
Exactly. We did get a Raw rebound. We got
Of course.
all that stuff there. But again, then we got a good match between the Usos and the Primetime Players. Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars.
And here's one interesting note.
You said that in the most quiet way possible. Nice going.
Hey, I mean, they didn't win the match, so I don't have it in me.
And who took the pin?
Doesn't matter. Hey, so during this match, actually, I didn't want to miss Titus O'Neil's bark. I didn't want to miss it. So when it went to commercial, because Titus O'Neil got tagged in, and they went to commercial break, so I can't miss the bark. So I went on WWE Active, wanted to watch the match online, on the app, but they were giving a different Primetime Players versus Usos match. They weren't giving the same match. They had different colored trunks and everything. And Brad Maddox was on commentary on the app.
Magic.
So then I'm thinking, what happened? And then the Usos won on commercial break.
Ain't that amazing?
I'm like, so what are they going to do on main event? Then it gets back on TV. They're still going. I'm like, okay, yeah, now I definitely know it was a different match. Same result, though. The Usos won.
The same guy ate the pin on both matches?
Yeah, Darren Young lost both of them.
The Darren Young of the group.
So that was WWE Main Event. Not a bad tag match. None of the matches were bad, really. Yeah.
See, speaking of Titus O'Neil, you should have watched that WWE inbox.
I didn't get a chance to watch
Because in the beginning they asked what's like who has the best entrance.
Well, it's Titus O'Neil.
Yes, he did. He said it. Oh, are you kidding? It's me. And
Yeah.
he goes millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions
Exactly.
of dollars.
And all he has to do is add the bark. He has to add the bark for WrestleMania. You know how everybody has that glorious
Yes.
entrance? That's what he's got to do.
Are we gonna do that?
And he should have a bunch of dogs on the stage barking with him.
I think we have to do.
Like, you know how John Cena had all the John Cenas?
Yes,
It
we
has
have
to
a bunch
be
of dogs.
a bunch, or dogs, or just a bunch of. Well, okay, never mind. That's gonna sound bad. Let's leave it at dogs. I think you guys know where I was going with that, but
Yeah.
I won't say it.
You're terrible. It's okay, man. It's okay.
You almost walked right into that one
No,
yourself.
I'm not walking
Oh
into
my
that. It's not
gosh.
happening again. Titus O'Neil, you lured me in that one once.
What do you mean again?
No. No.
Would you like to explain it to us?
No. We can do that another time. Another time. I guess we're doing it now.
I think we've
We're all
gotten
set.
way too far in this
Yes,
conversation.
Yes, this is going down a very wrong path. We're going to lose all our... we're going to lose a certain demographic of subscribers.
in wrestling.
No, I think
in
we've lost our demographic of subscribers when you started off by talking about the Miz and the WWE Divas.
Yeah.
Well, no,
What are you
I
thinking?
cleared that the Miz, he shouldn't be there. He should just go
be
home.
there.
He should just go home.
You're making it clear, but the fact is you're speaking about
and
him.
he should go watch his own movie and see how he likes it.
Of course he's gonna love it.
He's not going to like it.
Come here.
It's so
We're gonna watch a
terrible.
movie. We're gonna watch a movie.
So, in other news, WWE signs a mini wrestler.
A mini wrestler?
Yes, a mini wrestler out of Mexico.
Okay, are we talking...
Define
Hikaru's
mini.
already in the company.
Yo big.
So, smaller than Rey Mysterio?
Yes. No, even smaller.
That's right, smaller than Rey Mysterio.
No, Hornswoggle.
About Hornswoggle
Yes.
size then, okay.
That's what the minis are.
So now what we should do is have that wrestler go heel and beat the crap out of Hornswoggle every week.
That way you could plug the leprechaun.
Yeah, you could have
Plug the leprechaun.
Yeah, have a storyline there. It's just an excuse to have.
It's not that much of a storyline.
Well, they're both minis, and they don't.
And that's it!
There can only be one mini on Monday Night Raw.
Are we gonna say that the Mexican is more talented than Hornswoggle?
Most likely. Most likely.
Because they know how to sell it. They know how to sell it.
Hey, I mean,
They can wrestle.
I'll tell you what. I do remember a long time ago, SmackDown had the juniors division. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They were
I
awesome.
actually do.
They were
What?
awesome. They were great.
What?
Oh, boy.
The matches that they put on, the high flying stuff, was awesome.
It was.
You're
It was,
just,
no.
look,
This show is reaching new low.
no pun intended.
My gosh.
Later on, when they had, who was it? There was I think it was Hornswoggle versus Minnie Kane.
That was
I
just-
remember that.
That
Was
was
stupid.
terrible.
That was stupid.
That was
No, I'm
horrible.
talking about the real juniors
Yeah,
division.
Didn't the
where they
real
were-
Kane come out? Or who came
I
out?
don't know.
It's Kali.
It doesn't even.
Because-
Kali.
Because what I'm talking about is when they had just legit mini
Yeah.
luchadors.
No, I remember that.
And they were really good.
They
I
were.
mean, the
You know what
suicide
WWE
dives, and they were just... I mean, maybe they didn't look that much better because of the size.
I think that the WWE, you guys might not know who this is. They need Super Porky.
Super Porky.
Super Porky.
People who would follow AAA and stuff will know who that is. WWE needs Super Porky.
Super Porky. That's an interesting one. Can you watch his stuff online?
Probably.
Well,
Look up AAA, look up, or Super Porky, whatever. They'll get it.
Okay.
They'll get it. It's funny. You see it, you'll think it's funny.
I just think about the Super Dragon and just think about Super Porky.
Speaking of which, should we give our just congratulations to Chris Masters for
Yes, saving his mother.
Yes, we have to plug that in there.
Know.
We have to.
I don't know. I was gonna say
The
I forgot to say
masterpiece.
this
The
before.
masterpiece triumphs.
Yes,
Yes.
over fire.
I was thinking. I don't know if I should say this on air.
Oh no.
Well, nobody died. Nobody
Just a
died.
certain
So
viewpoint that I had on it.
well, let's hear it.
But if it was such a good deed, he didn't need to post about it on the internet.
Oh, he's the one who posted about it.
Yeah, he posted it on Twitter, posted pictures and
Ooh, I
everything.
might have to investigate this one.
Well, he's
You know,
just-
I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying
Right.
if it was that good a deed, you don't need to tell
Well,
everybody.
so
Look
are
what
you-
I did.
Yo,
So you're saying
now-
it's staged? Is that what you're
So I'm
saying?
not saying it's staged. I'm
No,
just saying.
well,
No,
now-
I'm saying-
Vince is behind this.
I'm not saying it's staged.
He gets publicity now.
Kane set
I'm saying,
the
if it
house
was-
on fire.
No, I know why he did it. He gets publicity now.
If he did it, if
Makes
he did,
sense.
yeah. If if it was a truly good deed and all that,
I
you
would
don't
post
need-
about it.
You don't need to tell everybody, "Hey, look at what good thing I just did."
Yeah,
Wait,
in all honesty, I
you're
wouldn't.
saying it's good publicity that he posted
Yes.
himself?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Are you kidding
Good
me?
publicity?
For himself? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why not?
If it's good publicity, it's somebody else posting.
It's on
about
every
it.
website now.
I think
I don't know.
the
That's-
thing is, would you?
If
Twitter's not a website. I'm sorry.
If-
Twitter's
if-
just bashing.
If
Give me a
somebody
break.
else found out about it and posted it, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But he was like the first person he put pictures up on it about it.
Yeah.
You kind of.
Okay, the more I hear about this, the more I'm going to take away from Chris Masters.
That's
He's gotta-
exactly.
yeah.
It's sad. That's the
I wasn't
first
aware
thing
that he's the one who posted.
The first thing
it,
I
so.
thought about
Because
was this.
hearing that he posted it makes me think, okay, set the fire.
No, apparently there was some altercation with his
You
mom.
can have so
and-
many assumptions about that.
And her, like,
now I'm
boyfriend,
just
right?
I'm
And
just
some,
losing
some
credit.
guy, and he like.
If that's
barricaded
true, I'm
her
gonna
in there.
lose. I'm gonna lose all respect for that.
It was Kane. Kane said it on.
Shut up.
Kane was the other guy.
Shut up.
Like apparently this guy barricaded her in her house and set it on fire.
Right, he went nuts and all that stuff.
And which is I guess fine to tell that part of the story.
Right.
But then he's like, oh yeah, I'm such a great guy because I broke the window
It's just
open.
it's weird
and
though
helped the
because
police get her out.
because he didn't need to do that.
No.
I'm sure his mom would have.
That could have been on
put it
local
out there.
news
Yeah.
without him
Could've.
posting anything.
Yeah, I think what Carlos is saying is that Sony has a bit of an ego.
Yeah.
The fact that he did post it, it could be seen as bad publicity. It's just at this moment, the fact that he saved somebody is outweighing
No,
the
but
fact that he
the-
posted it himself.
It's also interesting because usually the internet would jump right on something like that.
It would.
Yeah, just
Like,
give it some
he
time.
posted about himself,
Yeah.
What a jerk.
but
Yeah,
like,
well-
with the general
What a
consensus in the
jerk.
group before I said that, everyone's like, "Oh, what a great guy!"
I think it,
But then he's
most
the one
people
who
won't notice
broke
that.
the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I give the guys where credit.
So wait,
due.
he's the one who, like, said what happened.
Yeah.
So
I
okay.
can't
because
give the
story,
guy. I
because
can't
the
give the
story
guy his full
says
due unless this investigation is
yes,
complete.
because the story says that he pulled a tree out of the ground, didn't it?
Oh, I didn't read that.
That he pulled an uprooted tree out of the ground, broke the window, and pulled.
What do
it
you
out.
want to bet this
I
game
didn't-
out of the National Enquirer?
I
What do you want
didn't
to
read
bet
that.
right
I
now?
just read that.
If you could bring up the story, I'm pretty sure
he-
that's what it says.
If
And it
that
wasn't
is the
just
story,
him
that
either.
is complete
He
false.
didn't even give himself all credit, which to be fair is all right.
Right,
He said he helped police.
right.
But
There-
did you need to tell the story at all? That could have came out from anywhere
It
else.
would have come out.
Apparently, a neighbor broke into the house and barricaded himself inside the home. Police arrived to the scene, and Master's uncle, who lived nearby, called Masters to let him know what's happening. Masters arrived just as the fire started in the house. Attempted to keep police out. Masters broke in the front window, pulled his mom to safety. Yeah, nothing about it. He pulled the tree down to bust the window open and get her out of the house.
I didn't read any of that. I just read the.
And that's
the
what he
short version.
that's what he wrote on Twitter, right?
Yep.
This is what he said. He said, "Quote: pulled down a tree to bust my mom's windows open and get her out of the house."
But this is what he said on Twitter.
Now wait a minute. That first part that you read sounded very confusing, because you say that the neighbor barricaded himself.
Yeah.
The neighbor went into the house with
Right.
his mom and barricaded the house, so
So,
she couldn't get out of,
Yes.
of the house.
So the
and then he
neighbor's
set it
like-
on fire.
I think the neighbor's
Oh, okay,
boyfriend.
okay. I
And
understand.
he was in it.
Okay.
So wait, I guess the neighbor's the boyfriend then?
He was pulling a kamikaze stunt right there.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm taking us both out.
right.
That's
what he was doing.
interesting.
So
But on Twitter, he said, "Thanks for all your thoughts and prayers. Mom's resting comfortably with me at my place." So that's what he said on Twitter.
Anyway,
I'm gonna wait for this story to keep developing
I
because
think
something
it's over.
sounds very, very strange.
yeah.
I think it's over.
Like
You
Rob
think it's
said,
over?
I think that most people are already more focused on the fact that he saved his mother from a burning
Yeah, that's
fire,
it.
yeah,
You know,
which is fine. But my problem was that he's the one who posted about it.
Yeah,
No,
but I
you're
think
right.
now that you've already mentioned this
Yeah.
story, I think our viewers are gonna think otherwise now.
Hey,
Anyone take a guess how much WrestleMania is?
$3,000. Wait, you mean like a ticket
Yeah, no. Buy it on pay-per-view.
to buy it on paper?
Yeah.
To buy it on pay-per-view, I'm gonna say like
60.
60 sounds about right.
70.
Maybe
60 or 70, right?
they would add
You're,
$10 more.
you're good on 70 for HD.
Oh, for HD, you didn't
70.
say HD. You didn't specify.
No, but you guys are right. 60 for standard, 70 for HD.
That
Well,
is
it's
ludicrous.
always-
That
Is
is.
that
Well,
jacked up from
Yeah,
from
they
last year?
raised it $5.
Wow.
Thank you, WWE. Thank God we're going to a live.
Can you believe that?
In New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, in New York.
That tells you the WWE knows something, that this ain't gonna be a good event. That's why they're beefing up the price.
They're discussing about Shawn Michaels being in Triple H's corner.
Did we have that last year?
Who's the ref last year?
It
Remember?
might as well be Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, so they could have a little crying party when Brock Lesnar wins. Call a wambulance.
Ambulance. You guys are mean.
And then Brock Lesnar should break all their arms.
And what a shock! Sin Cara is injured again.
He's really Rey Mysterio's done a good job of mentoring him
Yeah.
because it seems like he's already doing everything
Nice
that
job,
Rey Mysterio
Ray.
does.
Nice job. He suffered a concussion.
Okay,
That's never good.
no, that's not good.
He'll be back. It's not that big.
He'll be back for a little while.
Not that big a deal.
Concussion?
You're right.
No, concussions, if you get more than one,
It
it will
screws
shorten
with
your
you.
career.
No, yeah, it will. But,
But,
for now,
Yeah, he's got to come back from this one. If he makes a career of getting concussions, it's going
Then
to be
that's
very
bad.
short.
Yeah.
Yep.
But was this like a concussion as a result of that one time he dived off on Jack Swagger and his face?
that was I thought
That was a couple weeks ago,
yeah.
wasn't it? Unless they didn't check
House
him.
show? Could be house show.
Could be.
Maybe.
Maybe he had a match with the Miz.
Maybe.
And the
The big
Miz
boots are
botched-
deadly.
You
Miz
and the
botched the
Miz,
spot.
just drop it.
Yeah, just drop it.
Miz
My God,
dropped the
I hate
spot.
the Miz, but I don't bring him up every single time, man.
You dropped him.
Oh, it was against Jack Swagger.
Aha!
Boom.
I knew it. I got it.
They could have done multiple matches. It could have still been a
And
house
he,
show.
and he hit his
It
face
happened
again.
against.
But no, it could've been
It
that.
could have been the Raw match,
Uh-huh.
and March 18th he won.
You
under
want a prize with that
concussion
guess?
I think.
testing. Yeah, you want a prize? You want a cookie?
Actually, that
He
would
won't
be
give you
nice.
it anyway.
Can I have a Pop Tart?
No, I actually would give him a cookie.
won't give
I
it
wouldn't
to
give
you
you a cookie.
Because he pays us in donuts and we never get any donuts.
Yeah,
So.
you guys don't deserve it, except maybe Ant-Man.
Can I have a donut tomorrow?
No.
Okay, so I'll just think if we should get a show tomorrow. Well, anyway, no, I knew it had to be that one. It could be that lingering type of concussion
He ate
where
that.
where they didn't really detect it or maybe even check for it until recently.
Well,
I mean, I could have sworn he had
gonna...
he had a short match against. I could have sworn he had a match between then and now.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I knew he had to have something come out of that injury because that was pretty
He
ugly.
ate it.
He did, and you heard it too.
Yeah.
You heard the smack.
Kofi heel turn. Anyone agree?
No.
Kofi heel turn.
It's that 50-50 thing where you report someone's gonna go heel or face
Yeah.
within this massive amount of time. Say, well, that could be said about anybody.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's the only way you can give him a title shot
or
if
in
you
heel
turn him
turn.
heel.
Or in heel turn in the next 10 years.
Jamaican heel turn.
No.
What's wrong with that?
He's Jamaican a heel turn.
She's
Jamaican a heel turn.
I do want. Well, he would have to go up against R-Truth, because he's always for some reason involved with R-Truth, and then from there he gets a few title shots, I suppose.
So we have new ways to watch WrestleMania 29. You can watch it on your mobile devices.
Yes.
Yay!
Sure beats the HD, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, the iPhone's got a really good screen. It does.
Yeah.
That Retina display is beautiful. It's
Really?
just that you got to
Really?
hold it up
We're
against you.
gonna get into this discussion now?
Well,
I
it's the
think
truth.
we should
I
just
mean,
finish up what we started yesterday.
We won't get into that, you big jerk. Anyway. We have a TNA Impact preview for tonight.
Yes, here we go.
No.
This is going to be exciting. TNA wrestling. Wrestling matters.
Why even do a preview?
That's
Well,
it.
only
It's-
two of us
it's really-
watch
It's
TNA.
really short.
Is that your promo? Wrestling matters.
Yes, Wrestling
Well,
Matters.
that's TNA's tagline. TNA.
That's a pathetic tagline.
Hey.
Watch this. What? We want to see what gets him annoyed? Candy King!
Okay, you know what? There's no reason his name should be even mentioned because he wasn't even on last week's edition of Impact. Did you notice that?
You wanna know who he faces?
I don't care.
Is it Christian York?
No.
Is it Zima Ion?
Yes!
Oh my God! Again.
I figure because York is never on.
And you think this is funny, but yesterday you went off on matches that keep happening over and over.
Did you throw a pen?
I threw a fork.
Oh boy.
I understand.
You want to shoot on this? I'd like to hear
I'm
no
this.
sick
point in
of shooting.
shooting.
I keep saying this every show. Every friggin' show that we mention this guy's name. He's not that good, and I don't understand why they keep putting him on TV.
You work tonight? Tomorrow? I was gonna say he
You know what you should do is get them to put on Impact Wrestling on the TVs. That's a good idea.
Wait, what does that mean?
Where you work. You know, the
It's
TV,
Oh,
the
God,
TV
no.
section.
Oh,
have them
oh.
put Impact
You know why they
Wrestling.
won't do it? Because then everyone will just be watching.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Everyone,
Watching and enjoying.
and everyone
not
will
working.
love it, and then TNA will grow and get that boost it needs to compare with the WWE.
Joseph Park will battle Matt Morgan. Knockouts division with Gal Cam.
Wait, don't you want to talk more about Matt Morgan?
No.
Joseph
should.
Park?
No.
Park and Park?
The World Tag Team titles are on the line. Bobby Roode and Austin Aries.
Bobby
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 Roode.
Roode against
his name.
Chavo and Hernandez. Go
Yeah.
figure. And the violent attack by Aces and Eights last week. How will Hulk Hogan, Sting, and Jeff Hardy and the rest of Impact roster fight back?
What attack? They got attacked.
They
got
attacked and
attacked
just retaliated.
and won.
Yeah.
I mean, they attacked Kurt Angle, but I don't think
And
that's what they're
Sting
talking about.
and all
Yeah.
those,
And Bully Ray will be on Impact and tell the whole 9-month story on how he pulled off the greatest
Actually, I'm interested in that.
Me too.
con in history.
Me too. The
They will
greatest
take
con in history.
That's right.
They will take a step-by-step video look at Bully's genius.
You know
for
what?
those who question the Aces and Eights plan.
I'm interested. I've been sucked in again.
See?
It's gonna be ridiculous.
TNA knows what they're doing.
But you know what we need in here? A TNA mark.
Maybe I should be that mark.
No, please don't.
I'm trying to make a very subtle reference to a person that I think we all know.
Yes, I know.
All right, John
I know.
gets it.
Well, he's the
we
he's
need
the
a TNA.
anti-TNA mark.
I don't know who you're talking about right now.
I know one.
I
right
know
off the
you
bat.
know
I know
who
one
I'm
right
talking
off the
about,
bat.
but now I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay,
Boy.
no, I know who you're talking about actually.
WWE wants to make it more kid-friendly again.
It's not.
It's not.
Wait,
It's
WWE
not.
wants to be more kid friendly.
Yes.
All right.
It isn't.
In what sense?
More mom and kid-friendly.
More John Cena.
More John Cena.
Yes. No. There's nothing wrong with that.
And you know what? Right, I just read this on the internet. At the second, Cena's gonna have an attire change. He's gonna start wearing the trunks.
Wait, no.
What?
Wait, what?
No.
Yeah, I just read it on my
Your
Handberry.
Okay. I thought you were
Your
gonna.
Hanberry.
Because it's more mom friendly.
Okay.
Moms want to see John Cena. They want to see more of John Cena.
Okay.
Why do I have to spell things out?
I get it.
So that's,
I thought this because we've talked about how WWE doesn't have creative attire.
No,
anymore,
and actually, especially creative attire.
and it wouldn't really surprise me if they had Cena go back to trunks.
And Vince is not happy with WrestleMania booking, as we talked about that already.
Well, isn't everybody not
Yes.
happy with WrestleMania
terrible.
booking?
Terrible.
I think I'm gonna stop reading stuff on the internet.
But, yeah, I mean,
This is all
this
stupid.
Well, yeah,
It's
whoever
all
wrote that
so
story
dumb.
is brilliant because everybody needs to know how bad WrestleMania's booking is right now. Thank you, Dirt
If
Cheats.
you don't,
because we didn't
watch
know
the
that
product,
already.
you don't
Yeah.
notice.
Yep. We had
Just like the Bella Twins.
we finished
Shut up.
we're up to the
No, it was in the works for months.
Mhm.
Was never reported until
Yeah, I know.
after. Come on.
That's true. That's true.
we're gonna,
If these people were any good at
And-
what they were doing, we would have
yeah.
known they were going to return.
Another thing, Orton's been turning heel for months.
right.
Yep.
Right.
Whatever. Sorry.
What do they know?
That's okay.
We had the tournament to finish. We're down to the
Yes.
Elite Eight.
Yes.
This was
Indeed.
actually much more entertaining than I thought it would.
I just want
It
to
was.
fill Carlos in. We took the NCAA tournament and made it a WWE tournament.
Ah,
Yes.
And we got a bunch of wrestlers. We're 64. Now we're down to the Elite 8.
really?
What we did was we based them on,
There's 3 criteria, right?
yeah, I believe it was it titles?
Yes.
These are all time wrestlers.
All time.
All time.
Users.
I think I'm gonna make
Titles,
my own. I think I'm
what
gonna end
they-
up making my own.
We should make our own brackets at some point. We do have, this is the 3 of us done. We could make a copy of it at some point.
Okay, let's hear the let's
It's
hear the
interesting
Elite Eight.
because I don't follow sports or anything,
Mm.
and I know the brackets aren't only sports
Mm.
centered, but I would never would have came up with this idea. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's
Well,
amazing.
To
Something
rephrase that, brackets are actually college centered. They're not really sports centered.
Indeed.
well, in a lot of sports there's brackets and stuff.
These are
Brackets only matter in college.
Yeah,
bro.
that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm just saying because it looks like the tournament, like the King of the Ring tournament.
It is. Like,
Brackets.
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's-
That's another one. Good.
I
comeback,
never
Rob.
would have thought to do this.
And he
Go
hated it.
figure.
He took out a comic book and started reading.
I didn't even start reading. I took it out and I was like, wait, hold on a second.
All right, let's hear the Elite
All right,
Eight.
the Elite 8. Here we go.
So wait, are you going to say all of them first, or are we going to do one by one?
One by one.
Okay.
Well, if anything, we should do match by match. If anything.
Well, that's what
Yes.
we're doing. We're doing
All right.
match by match.
Hogan versus The Rock.
Now this is the impact they've made on the business.
Yes, championships.
The championships. I guess popularity.
I would say so.
Okay. I would go with Hogan.
You go with Hogan.
I'd go with the Hulkster. He was just pretty much unmatched in the 80s. I mean, no competition really.
Yeah.
That kinda says
even
it.
even the early 90s. You know, it was him.
I could
It was
use
all
that.
about
I
him.
could use that statement in the Rock's favor for the '90s.
No, Stone Cold Steve Austin was up there with him.
That's
That's why I would
I
compare.
I thought this from the beginning. I think Hulk's just gonna win.
Yeah, Hulk is.
And I keep saying
at this point,
unfortunately,
at this point,
'cause I
Hulk
don't really
Hogan
like
is the
Hulk,
favorite,
Now,
and we do say that. You know, I will
I'm
point out
trying to
that,
get him out of this tournament.
that
No,
Rob,
no,
Rob and John do
before-
not
now-
like him.
no, wait. The winners are how are the winners done?
By championships, impact on the business, and I guess popularity.
Okay.
Now, and
No,
I,
I mean,
and I,
is
and I
the
tell you,
winner picked on like a vote? Is
Yes.
Oh, it is picked
Yes.
on a vote. Okay.
like the 3 of us have been doing this whole bracket. We're gonna end it, but we could have your input at some point. Just to let you know, though.
It's not much input, but I smell an upset.
Okay. Well, what seed is The Rock anyway?
The Rock was a 2.
He was the number 2.
Yeah, he was the
Okay.
second
And Hulkster
seed.
was the number 1 seed
course.
in this part.
Yeah, Hulk was favorite
Well,
to win because
I
it's
would
the
go
Hulk.
with the
I feel
Hulkster.
bad. Macho Man was a 2 seed. Got eliminated
I
by
say,
Taker.
unfortunately, it's Hulk.
I have to go with The Rock.
Thing is, The Rock has been around for how long? In terms of impact, I really do believe that Hulk Hogan does.
Yeah.
Oh, on impact, definitely.
He's over The Rock, not just with Hulkamania, with the NWO.
But here's the thing with The Rock. Look what he came out to at Survivor Series when he first debuted. Look at that.
Right.
Look at him now. Would you really
No,
think
absolutely.
that?
Everybody
No,
has
don't
a
get me
terrible
wrong.
gimmick. We had Nikki.
Nikki.
Yeah, look where he's at now.
Absolutely.
But you know, you had that terrible gimmick, and look where he is now,
Mhm.
making millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars,
In movies,
and movies and wrestling.
Hulkster made movies too.
Horrible ones.
Horrible
Rocky
ones.
3.
Horrible
Rocky
ones.
3.
Oh, yeah, what did he do?
No, he only had like a 5-minute segment.
Yeah.
And that 5-minute segment brought a whole new audience to wrestling.
What?
Do not deny it.
Oh, boy.
Do you have any
I
idea?
have to.
Do
Because
you have any
it was
idea?
hardly a good, big segment.
It was hardly a big segment, but you have all those people going to see this movie, and you see this giant Hulkster in the movie, and they say, "Okay, let me see what this guy's about."
And you think that increased wrestling's popularity?
Absolutely. It
I
did.
don't see that.
It absolutely did.
I thought it was Hulk Hogan slamming Andre. That
Well, was wrestling fans watching it already. Those are wrestling fans just checking it out, and that made them Stone Cold wrestling fans because that is one of the most if not the most iconic scene in wrestling history.
Right.
Nothing even comes close. Let's be honest.
I agree.
Right? Then you have, like I said, you can say all you want, but that one appearance in Rocky 3. Remember, Rocky was a huge franchise in the 80s.
Yes.
Even now, we look back with the omission of Rocky 5. Let's just throw
some people would take out Rocky 4 as well. Some people would take out Rocky 4.
I liked Rocky 4.
I love Rocky 4.
But I mean, I do believe that Hulk Hogan's impact with Hulkamania, first off, jump-starting the business, and then having him have another impact with the NWO, and then him being the one to really, solidify The Rock's place as a legend by putting him over at WrestleMania 18. Because even when they went up against each other, people say, oh, Cena's getting booed out of the arena because, everyone's going for The Rock. Well, look back at WrestleMania 18. When the two of them were in the ring, Hogan was the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one getting the cheers.
Yep.
And The Rock was actually getting booed. And then the same thing happened on Raw the next night. Hogan came out, cut a promo. He mentioned The Rock. Everybody booed.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, I just feel like this guy, he's big enough to the point where I really don't see anyone comparing to him at this point. I mean, I could compare Stone Cold to him, honestly. But The Rock, I'm not so sure. I really feel like even in the Attitude Era, it was Stone Cold doing the...
but also, you had the Nation and the Hart Foundation feuding at that point.
Can you really compare the Nation to the NWO?
No, I'm not saying you can't compare it,
no.
but the promos were good. Hulk Hogan.
Oh, absolutely.
Hulk Hogan he did the promos for NWO, but give credit to Rock.
Oh, I'm not taking credit away from him. That's why
you had to carry Sexual Chocolate, D'Lo Brown, Godfather. It's a lot of weight to carry.
But see, here's the thing, though.
He just smirked with a sexual chocolate.
Yeah, right?
But here's the thing, though. Didn't Rock need Nation of Domination to kind of get him into that place?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Hogan, here's the thing. No, I'm going to tell you that. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Rock needed Nation of Domination to get
But I think Hogan also need Hall and Nash.
No.
I think so. You can't do that.
I think Hogan...
How do you turn him heel?
Hogan made the NWO a big deal.
The thing is, Hogan was already getting booed. Yeah. People forget that. He was already getting booed.
Yeah, people were bored with it.
NWO came around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that. I don't at all. Because that Bash of the Beach, he got cheered. Everyone went crazy.
So
because at this point people were booing Hall and Nash.
Yeah.
So impact-wise, we can say that Hogan had the better impact.
Hogan absolutely had a better impact. I mean, he had two huge impacts. And my point here is The Rock needed the Nation of Domination to get over.
Oh, you're right.
The NWO needed Hogan to be considered legit. Because, Hall and Nash are there, but again, they're just two guys.
I know.
They're two guys who just came in from the WWE. Yeah, it's a big deal. But once you have the face of the company, Hulk Hogan, join it, I mean, look at that. Look what they had there.
Right.
And then, of course, they screwed it up. And to the point where, if you notice what the WWE did when they brought back Hulk Hogan, they wanted to kind of water it down. They didn't want the WrestleMania to be the return of Hulk Hogan. That's not what they wanted it to be about.
No.
They had to find a way to kind of water that down, so they had him come in as NWO Hogan. Come in as a heel.
Yep.
But that didn't work. Because even in some segments where Hogan attacked The Rock in heel fashion, he was still getting cheered. So, I mean, come on. It was pretty funny. I love that video when all three of them attacked The Rock.
Oh, in the ambulance?
It's pretty funny.
With the truck?
Yes.
The Big Mac truck?
It's hysterical.
Let's see what it looks like. Oh, God, we have to go.
I mean, people call John Cena Superman. The Rock survived being in an ambulance.
He's Super Rock.
Rammed by, an 18-wheeler 3 times.
Come on, how can you not choose The Rock?
What? Well, Hogan survived something like that. Yeah. Didn't he got thrown into a dumpster and Billy Kidman drove a monster truck into it, didn't he?
No, Hummer.
A Hummer, okay. That's like used by the Army. That's a big deal too.
But Hulk Hogan did throw the Giant off off a roof.
Off a roof?
Yeah, they were doing a monster truck. It was a monster truck pull, and it was the Giant versus Hulk Hogan.
Uh-huh. And
Hulk Hogan won. Giant goes after Hogan, and they're on the ledge, and they're battling, and Giant loses his balance and tips over.
And let's not forget, this is another thing that
Then
shows Hulk Hogan is just as super as
then
anybody.
you think the Giant's done? Nope. He survives.
He's the giant.
He's
He
a giant, yeah.
survives. Can you explain how he survived?
I do remember that, yeah.
So, I'm gonna stick with. I love Hogan. He did a lot for the business, but I have to go with The Rock.
I don't like Hogan, but
He's
you
going
have
with
to go with Hogan.
I know.
So we're going.
I got The Rock in an upset,
Well, we got.
and I'm taking into account who's gonna vote.
What do you mean?
Probably got a lot of young voters
Well, it's just the
looking into this.
Well, I mean, we got 2
yeah.
against 1.
Well, it's 2 against 2.
This is why we told you.
I
This is why you said this would be a problem.
I know.
And John's supposed to be the that runs it. He
Yes.
can't convey information to anybody.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's Hogan.
I know you guys got a point.
Hogan ran the 80s, early 90s, so he started getting booed. Then you had the Attitude Era, which was just Triple A,
DX.
Rock.
They're just
Stone
so-
Cold. It wasn't just
Alright.
The Rock.
So I guess Hogan moves on.
Yeah, Hogan.
Now you see,
Boo, Hogan. I don't know how to cheer or boo this.
I mean, it was like I said, it was 2-2, but by better facts.
Cue NWO music.
Yeah, right. So Hogan moves
The
on
original, not the
to the
new one.
final 4. Stone Cold versus The Undertaker. I gotta go with The Undertaker.
I agree on that.
I like Undertaker, but
Judging
Look how-
on
Stone Cold's
impact.
had better catchphrases.
He has.
But not
Cuts better promos.
We're gonna base a win on catchphrases now.
Hey, whatever separates them. You gotta take
Undertaker's
into
had some really good promos though.
Undertaker can't cut promos.
He has okay ones with Paul Bearer.
Paul
That's
Bearer.
Paul Bearer, though. That is.
That's Paul Bearer.
Now, see, the thing is, I mean, I'm looking at it from the Impact standpoint. If you look at history, now this isn't taken away from the Undertaker at all.
I think Stone Cold brought in the viewers that.
At that point, he
Attitude Era
did
than
because Undertaker's just been there the entire time. He's done a great job.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I mean, he is the phenom, as everyone calls it.
Dead man.
Dead man, yeah. But he has just been there. I mean, if anything, when the Attitude Era came, he changed with it.
Okay.
You know, I could say that Stone Cold brought in the Attitude Era, along with Vince.
Oh, definitely.
Take into account the American Badass gimmick.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
that ruined, I think, the Undertaker. a little
Yes.
bit there.
High five.
Finally, yes, it's unanimous here.
Yes. Wow.
That was a
Well, I
terrible.
mean, what
But
was that?
at one point, but see, I didn't like the Stone Cold what gimmick.
Yeah, but
the
by
champion?
that time, it's also the. It's,
So
it's the
as
main,
you're saying, the Undertaker had his bad moments. Stone Cold had
it's
his.
the big
Yes.
the big thing with faces is at some point people would get tired of them. Hogan was huge for like 10 years.
Yeah.
People just couldn't take it anymore.
That's
By
how we feel with
by
Cena.
the what thing, by the what portion of that, Stone Cold was getting booed too. People got tired of him doing the same thing over and over again.
Right.
They started the what thing that carried on to
Of
him now,
course, now.
unfortunately.
Jesus, it won't end. It will not end.
But Undertaker, I think, has always had that steady legion of fans.
Oh, definitely.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
That might come from always taking
What
time
are they
off.
called?
What's up?
Creatures of the Night.
Yes.
No, that's
Jeff Hardy.
No. No.
That's Jeff
no,
Hardy. You
no,
don't watch TNA. You don't know.
No, you don't watch WWE then.
I watched
Well,
all
at
of
one point,
these things.
Undertaker had
and
his
you watch
Creatures of the
almost
Night.
none of these things.
And you know what?
That's
If you
at
go-
one point.
No, at one point.
That's at one point.
Where they dressed as the Creatures of the Night. They would come in dressed as the Undertaker. They would have the hat,
I
the
do remember.
purple
That's at one
gloves.
point. But Jeff Hardy's fans are called the Creatures of the Night.
Nah, you're lame.
That,
Lame.
whether it's lame or not, that's how it is.
That's what he calls them. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Whatever.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. Not even in this bracket. You suck, Jeff Hardy.
So who goes on?
Oh man, it's so tough. That streak is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That
He's
streak
held the
is
titles.
a big deal.
He's held like all the titles,
Yes.
I think, except for Intercontinental.
I think so.
And even though he did have that character change in the Attitude Era, he still did remain.
He
Would you
did.
take rivalries as an X factor?
But I don't think American Badass was
Sure.
during the Attitude Era. That
No,
was
it was
Ministry.
2003.
Yeah, that was Ministry.
No. But he came back. Yeah, you're right. Excuse me.
Apparently, he hated the Ministry Undertaker thing. I loved it. That was my favorite Undertaker.
that we
This is tough. This is probably tougher than the last one, I think. Well, for
I
me,
mean, I guess
for me,
I
it
guess-
is.
For me.
I mean, I give Stone Cold credit. You know how he
I
got.
really do think Stone Cold brought in those viewers, though.
I gotta say,
All right, take rivalries into account. Who had better rivalries?
Undertaker,
Did he, though?
Shawn
he just
Michaels,
had big
DX.
during the Attitude Era or overall?
Overall, I
Oh, then
think he
Undertaker,
feuded,
yeah.
he feuded
Yeah,
with
Undertaker
Stone
has-
Cold,
Yeah.
Brock
He
Lesnar.
feuded with everybody.
Triple H. It can go on and on. You know.
You're right, yeah. You're right.
I gotta give it to Taker.
But again, I mean, you can't... Because, I mean, you
Triangle.
you give me that list of his the people he's had rivals with, right? Rivalries with? Well, I mean, doesn't everyone usually go through the same...
Mick Foley.
The same cycle of
Yeah,
rivalries,
like
though?
the
Well,
WWE with the last
Like, I
6
could-
years.
Like, I can mention... well, yeah, last 6
It
years.
was just Triple
Well,
H,
Stone-
Orton,
well, here,
Cena,
Stone-
Edge over and over and over
Stone
again.
Cold.
Yeah.
Vince.
But that was a big... That was
That
a
was
big
Shawn
feud
Michaels.
because of... That was a big feud because of what it represented about
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
him
The
against the
working
company.
class, yeah.
HBK. I think he also feuded with Kurt Angle
Mhm.
at one point.
I'm gonna have to go with Undertaker.
I have to go there.
Yeah. Also because
I
of the
don't like
fact,
saying
look
it.
at their tenure in the WWE.
So
Yeah.
Undertaker.
How long has the
moves to
Undertaker been
Final
there?
Four.
I would have to, and it's funny because when I was looking at this yesterday, just looking at it, I could say Stone Cold Steve Austin, but when I factor in titles,
Overall.
WrestleMania, his
Yeah.
consistency throughout the years, and then
Coming back hurt over and
Coming
over.
back
and over.
hurt. and then you also have his
And you know
ridiculously
my
ridiculously long tenure in the
and
WWE.
you know my grief with Stone Cold right now.
Well, yeah, you do. For those of
So-
you who didn't listen to our other show, John's got some issues with Stone Cold Steve Austin not really,
Caring.
well, you could use that word, caring enough to return to certain editions of Monday Night Raw.
Like
He's
at least,
busy.
at least.
He's
Yeah,
a busy guy.
so Shawn Michaels is not busy,
Shawn Michaels hasn't made all the additions either.
but he's.
But
been
that's
there
okay.
at
It's
least.
okay because you're such a fan of Shawn Michaels.
I am. I
Alright,
like Shawn
sure.
Michaels.
Alright.
But yeah, I mean, I would also,
Whatever.
yeah, I would have to say, yeah, I would go with Undertaker as
Undertaker moves on.
well. How long has he been in the WWE?
93?
Early 90s?
No,
92?
92, 91,
91
92.
to,
Survivor
and
Series.
he's still there.
Yeah, wow. Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart.
This one's gonna kill me.
I'm surprised. That one should be easy for you.
It would be easy for me.
I got
But, I mean,
Bret,
it's-
I
it's
got Bret
killing.
Hart in an easy win.
I
I
got
have,
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why. At least Kurt Angle right now,
Mhm.
he's still wrestling.
Well, I don't know
Yeah, but
about
that's not
the-
Bret
You-
Hart's
I
fault.
can't.
Bret Hart got
I
injured.
can't take that into consideration
I
at all.
can.
Bret Hart got injured.
Bret Hart got injured. I understand that, but Bret Hart did a lot. So did Kurt Angle.
Uh-huh.
You know, Kurt Angle came in at the right time.
Right.
At the Attitude Era, it was perfect.
And
And
it's tough for me to say.
Oh well, he feuded with top stars. Brock Lesnar, he had a good feud with.
Uh-huh.
He held multiple titles.
Yeah.
Feud. I think did he feud with Eddie Guerrero?
Did Kurt Angle feud?
Yeah,
with Eddie?
I
Yes,
think
he
so.
did feud
Yes,
with
he
Eddie
did,
Guerrero. Some of his most notable feuds, obviously Shawn Michaels. As you said, Brock Lesnar.
And he has the
He had a
best.
feud with Triple H.
And he has the
Rock.
best theme music in the world. You suck.
Well, obviously he
You
doesn't.
suck.
Oh boy.
You
And
suck.
it's-
Enough. That's it.
One thing that I will say that, again, I get sick of when people rag on Bret Hart's promo skills because Bret Hart was never meant to be the
No, absolutely
over the
not.
top character like Chris Jericho or The Rock. He's not playing a character. Well, he is playing a character, but it's not an over the top one. The one he's meant to be playing is just the wrestler who keeps getting screwed over all the time, and he did a great job of it. His heel turn. I mean, come on, he did a phenomenal job. He did well with what he was supposed to do.
Are you right?
Okay, did he fumble his words every now and then? Oh yeah,
Oh
he
yes,
did.
definitely.
But again, that works with his character because it makes him more believable.
But see, the only thing I don't
Just because he doesn't have a big catchphrase.
No, he doesn't.
Well,
he
his
didn't have a
was
big kid.
what? Best there is, best there was.
wasn't the best there ever will be. But here's my problem though. When he left WWE, I thought that was it.
Well, let me finish what I was saying. Like I said, I don't like when people rag on Bret Hart's mic skills,
I get you.
but Kurt Angle is better
Oh, definitely. I'll buy a clear mile.
by a clear mile. He is better. The best part, like I said, the thing that these two had in common was when they said they were the best. I mean, can't really argue with them.
And he still has an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
I
It's
know,
just
this
tough.
is killing
It's,
But who brought in more people? Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart was the lead
Bret
man.
Hart did.
Bret Hart was the lead man. He was the main draw at one point.
Bret Hart had the better. He had the more memorable matches
Yeah.
He did.
in his
He
career.
did.
And
Which
that's
I
why
still-
brought in the viewers.
This kills me.
Kurt Angle had the viewers that were already there.
Yeah,
Are we saying bye-bye to Kurt Angle?
we're saying bye-bye to Kurt Angle.
So Bret Hart 3
It
against
kills
Braun,
me.
that's fine.
Bret Hart.
This kills me, but you know, it's the truth.
It's okay, Aaron.
Now, when it comes to overall, when it comes to overall stuff, I would still give it to Kurt Angle.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God!
Definitely,
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Oh my God.
No way!
The
I would.
man is that
He is
damn
a wrestling
good.
machine.
He is.
He's a wrestling
Still.
machine, considering what he can
Considering
do.
where he is now.
No,
he's
not
in
not
that
even
cra-
not even where he is right now. Just what he was able to do at
Oh,
his
definitely.
age.
Definitely.
With the injuries that he did have at the time.
Yeah.
Bret Hart, for the most part, was healthy during his career, I guess.
Until he got kicked in the head by Gold Bill.
Yeah.
That was really it. That was-
That was really it.
But still, in terms of overall impact and everything, draws, it is Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
It is Bret Hart.
And last but not HBK and Triple H.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Shawn
That's
Michaels.
a very easy one.
Yeah, that's a very. So
That's a
our
pretty
final
Oh,
four.
wait, what seed was Triple H?
Triple H was actually the 3 seed.
Shawn Michaels is number 1, I believe, right?
Yep.
So let's see here. We got Hogan as number 1 seed,
Mm-hmm.
going up against
And
Bret
then there were
Hart.
four.
Bret Hart is the what seed?
Yeah, give me a second.
I don't
Three.
know what
Bret was the 3 seed.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 2. And wait, Undertaker was what?
3.
Okay, so we got a 1-3 going up against a 3 seed, and a 3 seed going up against
A 1.
another 1 seed, right?
Yep.
So 3-1, 3-1.
Hogan,
So we got Hogan and
Brett,
Brett, and we got
Taker, and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
I'm telling you,
Wow.
it's gonna be Hogan.
I think it is going to be.
I don't know.
You can't deny what
I think it is.
what he did.
Like we were saying before, Bret was
He's known around
Bret was the
world
draw.
Still,
Bret was the draw, but
Are we
Hogan was a bigger
basing
draw.
this? Are we basing this on the iconic image with
But here's the thing.
Hulk
Brett
Hogan and
is
Andre the
also.
Giant?
It's not just about that. It's iconic images of Hogan and Andre, Hogan and Warrior, Hogan and the Randy Savage, Hogan in the NWO, Hogan in just everywhere he went. Hogan versus the Great Muta in Japan, which sold out the crowd. Hogan being anywhere and selling out the crowd.
yeah,
It is
Hogan really
prime.
can be anywhere to sell out.
But what about Brett, though? I mean, he's all known over Canada.
Mhm.
Brett pretty much all over the world. Same thing like Hogan.
Right,
Hogan was much bigger around the world than Bret was.
He was.
That's true.
Like if we
Bret's
like
big
I
in
say,
the
if
Americas,
you
but
compare
not
the
around
draws,
world.
Like, if you compare promo,
Hogan beats out
Hogan,
everybody in draws.
He does.
But then he only wrestles the
even
big
if,
cities.
even if you want to bring up promos, Hogan, you have to go.
absolutely.
Wrestling
And
wise,
you can say that his heel promos might have been better than his face promos.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
wrestling wise, there's no comparison.
like I said, I'm trying to get Hogan out of this tournament, but we can't.
I'd
Say
it
if
from the
these
beginning.
these two are fighting in their prime, who would you go with?
Well, who would win?
Brett
Yes.
Lesnar, Mile.
Who's booking?
Yes, who's booking?
Who's booking?
Who's booking?
Because it's gonna be
talent wise.
No, exactly. Because Hogan never does not want to lose.
even before that.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying in their prime, who wants to see Hogan lose?
I know.
Everybody loved him.
And yeah, I mean, again, this
Not
this
giving away anything
bracket
to Brett.
is scarring me for life
Yeah.
because
It is.
I hate doing this.
I've already made
It's
this
just a
fatal
bracket.
four-way.
Relax.
These four guys are in a fatal four-way match, and it's gonna be Hogan with the leg drop.
Hogan moves on to the championship. Last but not least, Taker versus HBK.
Ooh.
This might be harder actually
This
very
is
hard.
because they've been
This is
around
harder.
almost the same.
I'm gonna say HBK.
I have to go with HBK. He's done so much.
Like, even if you want to, if you
He's
want
had better matches.
Then again, so was Undertaker. You can't really say
Well,
that.
no.
you want to put manias up against each other, yeah, Hogan has the streak, and that looks great, and everyone loves
Hogan.
it.
Hogan
But
has a streak.
Undertaker.
Oh,
Hogan.
Sorry, I don't know what I was saying.
Hogan!
I'm
You
just
swaggered!
No, I'm just
You
used-
swaggered!
No, swagger's when you're like this. I said words.
Yeah.
I cut an old school promo and just kept going. You guys honed in on it. You have Undertaker's streak, and that's all fine and good, but
Were all the matches good?
no.
No.
Michaels had the better matches.
He did.
Every match was
Better
the better match.
promos.
Yeah.
I think at one time he actually drew at one point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With Bret Hart.
Yeah.
He did.
HBK moves on.
HBK moves on. Yeah.
Wow, so the
Dong.
championship is Undertaker
Dong.
out.
He just lost a casket match to Shawn Michaels. That's how I'm taking it.
Oh, it's all
That's how I'm
about
taking it.
irony.
Yeah.
It's happened. It's happened already. In the championship round.
And now we've made our way back to SummerSlam.
Yes,
in 2006,
HBK.
I love these
5.
rematches that we're getting over there.
HBK versus Hulk Hogan.
It's.
It is.
I don't like it, but it's Hogan.
Again, the final. This final was actually harder than.
HBK in a freaking upset.
I gotta go with HBK.
I'm going with the Hulkster.
Hulk always drew.
I mean, he was able to draw by himself.
Yeah.
That's
You put him against
these
anybody,
days-
people want to see it.
These
And Shawn
days,
Michaels
that's
couldn't?
almost. Well, he drew with Bret Hart.
He drew Degeneration X.
He drew with Generation X, but again, that's
and that
that's not by
actually brought a
himself.
new era.
You using that argument, you could say that Hogan did it with NWO.
But he was legitimate before the NWO.
Shawn Michaels was as well.
Right, but I mean, when you had his drawings. Wait, what are you talking about? His faction
see-
or his drawings with?
Well, think about it. If it wasn't,
No. What do you mean though?
I'm actually kind of referring to both.
You're referring to his rivalries and his factions.
Yes.
Okay. In terms of his rivalries, I mean,
Hulk Hogan had crappy rivalries back then.
Not back
but
then.
no. But
Andre
he's
the Giant, that was it. And King Kong Bundy.
okay.
Iron
Macho
Sheik.
Man was good. Iron Sheik was
Sheik.
blah.
All right, Hogan's had
People
rivalries-
hated Iron Sheik.
A
And
lot
they
of people-
loved Hogan.
Hogan's had crappy rivalries, and he still drew.
I understand that.
He can go.
You
He
put
can
him
go
against the Iron
up. You
Sheik.
can put him up against the Iron Sheik, and people will still watch it.
Well, Vince,
So
that's what
because
Vince-
because
Vince was
just
smart.
Hulk
So
Hogan
you're
is-
throwing the rivalries out the window right now.
because they've both had their great rivalries, and they've both have had crappy rivalries.
Sorry, I don't.
I think if
Shawn
you look
Michaels
at it, Michaels had the better
did.
rivalries.
He did.
But does that speak for Michaels or his rivals?
Speaks for Michaels.
No, so his rivalry with Bret Hart was good because of Shawn Michaels.
I thought it was both.
Oh, okay. If you're saying it that way, okay.
I thought it was
That's
both.
what I'm
I'll
saying.
retract.
I mean,
His
come on.
his rivalry with Triple
Come on,
H.
how good was it when Shawn Michaels stuck the Canadian flag up his nose? I mean, that's just genius.
But that's kind of just cheap heat. That's
It
not
is
even,
cheap heat.
That's not
in
anything.
Canada, they
That's not
hated it.
anything though.
They hated
Yeah,
it.
that's in Canada, but it doesn't mean that you are any
I
good
mean,
of a
he was
villain.
humping the Canadian flag at Survivor Series '97.
Okay, but that doesn't.
But that
doesn't
speaks
make you a
for its
great
time
character.
also because of I mean, look at what Chris Jericho tried to do with the Brazilian flag,
Yeah, right.
you know, and a very different result.
Yes.
But,
Or
but because I think that is
JBL in Germany.
oh
He did
the Nazi
whole-
salute.
Yeah, and it's illegal there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I do believe desecrating the Brazilian flag is also illegal.
Yeah, it's
So
it's-
Michaels
I
happened
gotcha.
to be in a place where you could do it.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Obviously, in terms of
desecrating the Brazilian flag is illegal. If they're
I
going to
think
allow
it-
prostitution, what the frick?
Brazil's,
Really?
there are some places on Earth where I mean, just these things
some
happen.
things are just sacred.
Yes.
Okay. Some things like the flag.
Yes, the flag is important more than your women, I guess.
I'm sure that World Cups
Hey,
aren't
you can do
important.
whatever you want
Really.
with your own body, but our flag.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I say that as a joke, but it's gotta be Hogan.
Again, like even if you look at the factions,
Michaels had better matches. Michaels had more titles. I think, right?
Michaels had better rivalries.
I would say
again,
so.
I can't say. Look, now that we're doing these things with these two, with Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan, it is a tougher one, I guess.
It
In
is.
terms of
Oh, you know
comparing
what?
the
You know what?
rivalries.
I'll settle the score.
I think
let's-
it's more
let's do it.
difficult to take away the fact
I'll
that
settle
we're
the
more
score. These
fans
two
of
fight.
HBK.
These two fights were no contest. They both get counted out. Okay, let's just leave it at that.
I disagree. I think Hogan's much more well known around the world.
I
believe
think
so
Shawn
as well.
Michaels is as well, though.
He might be, but I don't know if you go to
If I was to go to Japan and mention
just say-
these two
Oh, I
names,
think so.
I
Say
think
Shawn Michaels?
you'll find more
Maybe.
people who know
Hulk Hogan,
at the time.
they'll start looking around. Hogan?
Hogan!
This guy knows Hogan?
Shawn Michaels, crickets. Huh? Who's that?
Well, not necessarily crickets, just less people. Less people. That's all.
Crickets.
Japan's a bad example, though.
And I do feel like
They might not say anything, even if they do know the person.
right. So I know you guys are buying the rivalry, factoring rivalries, and you did that with Undertaker and Stone Cold. I can't do that because I feel
I know.
like, in terms of that, I feel
Yeah,
like everyone, in
Impact
particular for
draws
Shawn
us to Hogan.
Michaels, Impact, and in terms of Shawn Michaels and Undertaker's rivalries, I didn't factor in rivalries because of the fact that rival they essentially are going to have rivals with the same people. Both of them had rivalries with Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kurt Angle. You know, for the most part, it depends on the story, and that depends on the writers. In terms of draws, I would have to say
Always got to be Hogan.
it is. In terms of an impact, it's Hulk Hogan. I mean,
Yeah, Shawn Michaels again. During the
That's a
Attitude
tough
Era.
call. You might say that might be close to a draw.
in terms of impact,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
I can't see that because Michaels was around when people were viewing already. I don't think he brought any new viewers into the product. Hogan did.
Okay. I know what you mean. But then, you know what threw me off, though? When they gave him the title at WrestleMania 9. And they tried to revamp Hulkamania and it didn't work.
Still got a good pop at WrestleMania.
But he did, because he defeated Yokozuna.
But wasn't he
Everyone
on his?
hated
But
Yokozuna.
also, wasn't he on his way out anyway?
After King of the Ring.
Yeah.
You know, it happens. But they tried to revamp it and it didn't work.
I just think it's incredible that Hogan was able to have two giant impacts with two different companies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You know,
You're right.
one of them as a face, one of them as a heel. Both impacts are like polar opposites of each other, and to pull that off, I think, is incredible. And I wonder if they would be able to do that with a John Cena if they were to take that risk. Up to now, it seems like WWE is afraid to take that risk.
That's a good point. And they probably won't. It's unfortunate.
But it's unfortunate that Hogan's winning this bracket.
I said it from the beginning.
And
What we got to do is come up with like a clear criteria where we give points. That would take a long time.
I know. It would be.
We
but
could do it over time and then compare the results.
Yeah.
I suppose.
well, if we're doing that, I mean, it'd be 2-2. Going by impact and draw would be Hogan. Rivalries and matches would go to
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I think that.
what's the old
I just think the impact. Well, in terms of what were you saying?
I was saying.
finishing move? Switching music.
I was thinking that
That's how
maybe
we
we
decided.
can't appreciate it now, but at the time, Hogan's rivalries from the '80s and stuff were big.
They were.
It's just because they're
Even though
less
we look at Iron Sheik
recognizable.
and stuff,
Yeah.
but it was still a big deal back
But
then.
also where's Iron Sheik now? Where's Hogan?
Well,
Why are we even talking about it? I'm just using Iron Sheik
Just
as
say
an
it. I
example.
mean, at least Hogan's doing something, and Iron Sheik is.
We're not talking about Iron Sheik.
No,
We're
I know.
talking about Hogan.
Oh, I know.
That rivalry, we may not have liked it or cared about it.
But at the time, it was
But
a
at
big
the
deal
time, it
because
was a big
of
deal.
where Iron Sheik, what he represented,
Yeah.
He did. He
represented a
lot.
the real American
Real American Hulk
coming in,
Hogan.
beating him up.
So.
And then with Michaels, you already had guys that were big already anyway.
Right. Now, for you who feels
heel.
that Michaels is probably getting robbed here, what we could do is another bracket in terms of just pure wrestling ability.
That'd be actually a good one.
Because I believe
comes
that
down to
Hogan wins this one.
Yeah.
Dean
Pure
Brock.
wrestling ability.
See, that'd be tough
It comes
though.
down to Bret Hart and Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
and then he just
Then I
cries in
die.
the corner.
I refuse to pick.
But see, now that's where you have to like throw guys in like Daniel Bryan, Cesaro.
You'd have to, yeah.
You know.
But that's for a
Punk.
different subject at a different time.
Oh,
So we give
definitely.
this one to Hogan,
We're gonna give this
think
one
we
to
do, yeah.
Hogan.
the Immortal.
Hogan wins the WWE Tournament Bracket of Champions.
Indeed,
Well, it
he
wasn't
does.
WWE because he had other guys. In
Yeah, I
there.
know.
Yeah, just wrestling.
It's wrestling. Yay!
Unless AJ Styles has been in the WWE.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Velocity.
Yes, Velocity.
Velocity.
He solidified
Velocity.
his his place in history with that one match in Velocity.
You know, I had fun with it, but I'm upset Hogan won.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know who you could put him up against.
We
to
put him up
say,
against pretty much anyone,
You
everybody.
can't beat Hogan.
Yeah, and see,
This
we're
is
not,
why he
and we're not
won't
like,
lay down.
and we're not like the WWE who's going to continuously coddle Stone Cold Steve Austin's balls and give him the #1 spot in every list they make. Okay.
Yeah,
Seriously.
It was
I think that Stone Cold
Taker
would have put up a
eliminated
better
him.
fight against.
I think so too.
uh,
It's just
Hogan for the last two.
yeah. It's just unfortunate that he went up against the Undertaker.
Yeah,
That is true.
which is weird.
He would have made. I think he would have made it to the Final Four if he didn't go up against Taker.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? I think he would have been there.
You know what? You know, like I said, it was a good tournament and all. I liked it, but I think that's another one we have to do wrestling wise. Who can actually wrestle in the company?
I'm gonna make my own. What is it? 64 you have to come up with?
64.
Yeah.
I think mine's gonna be the guys in factions that no one cares about.
You know, I was gonna
Just 64
but I
guys.
was
You
gonna-
should
I
create
was
a
gonna give
bracket.
you- I was gonna give
You
you-
should create a bracket just based on special moves.
What
Finishers?
finishers?
Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities.
I was gonna
We
give
can do
you
a lot of things here.
tag teams.
No, there's not that. There really isn't
64
that
tag
many.
teams.
Yeah.
But there's not that many factions.
But we could reduce
though.
it to 30
No, I
something.
said guys in
No,
factions.
that's what I mean. We could reduce the.
Yeah, but that's like saying Nexus had 7 guys. You could have picked the 6 guys out of it,
Oh, no, you're right.
or 5.
All right. That would be. We should do one with just wrestling ability and maybe finishers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe scale it down from 64.
Exactly, yeah.
So I ended up getting the WrestleMania collector book.
I still have no idea why you would buy that.
Well, because The Rock is on the cover.
Rock's on the cover. Yeah. Undertaker with hair. If you can explain that one to me.
And Triple H with hair.
Triple H with hair too.
I can give you the
And
Triple
Shawn
H.
Michaels.
And why is Shawn
Because
He's coming out of retirement.
He's coming out of retirement?
It's just big for us. It's a WrestleMania addition to the magazine.
It is.
So
It's all of WrestleMania, so you gotta have
and so
classic
far, Triple H has had hair at Mania.
at all the WrestleManias.
No,
It's interesting.
not really.
No,
It's interesting how bad
number
it is.
one is number one's a joke.
It is. You just skip right to the end.
MetLife? Are you kidding me?
That is
Yes.
not number one moment.
The
Number one moment
number one moment, according to this magazine, in
is WrestleMania being at MetLife.
yes.
Yay!
Now we're sure all the people in Los Angeles agree.
Yes.
I'm
Everybody
sure
who
last
lives
year
right.
they
Everybody in
would agree.
England agrees that the WrestleMania's best moment is coming to New York, New Jersey. Right?
They should have it at Trump Plaza or something.
Trump Plaza.
And here's the thing.
What's number one moment? We agreed on it yesterday.
Again, in terms of WrestleMania, pure WrestleMania.
Yes.
If it's not the first WrestleMania, it's WrestleMania 3.
No, the moment, not the event.
Body slamming Andre.
That's it.
And
That should be number
'Cause
one.
it's
They
like
had that. What they have it like?
I don't even remember it being on the list.
Hogan body slamming Andre. It's there.
It's there. I just don't
But
remember.
again, since Vince McMahon has a beef with Hulk Hogan right now,
5.
he's not going to put it as number 1, so he put it in as number
That's
5.
number one. You think WrestleMania, the first thing you think about is...
Triple H and Undertaker too.
No. Absolutely not. That's not even on my list.
Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels.
And do you mean 2 or do you mean 3?
2, 3,
The Hell in a
3.
Cell, yeah.
3. They have it as 2 for some odd mysterious
Because
reason.
they pretend the first time didn't
The
happen.
first time happened. I will
But
prove it to you
the-
all
the
when I
first-
visit the grave.
But the first thing that you think of is Hulk slamming Andre.
It's in every video package.
It is.
Sometimes it starts off every WrestleMania video package. I mean, come on. Are you serious? It's so big.
That's what she said.
Nice.
You know what's ridiculous though? They added like John Cena's arrivals and
Oh wait,
his
but
entrances.
don't you want to mention what number 2 was?
Rock?
Number 1 was WrestleMania
At MetLife.
at MetLife Stadium. Number 2, which would have been number 1 if not for that.
Yeah, I know.
Number 2 is
Rock versus John Cena.
once in a lifetime match, which will never happen again.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Twice in 2 years.
Twice in 2 years. I thought another joke about this book. They put Rey Mysterio's attires in here.
They have quite a few
Yeah,
strange
they have,
things.
they
in
have
Can
Triple,
you-
H's, Triple H's entrances.
Yeah, they're not
it.
that
And
good.
they have also John Cena's entrances as well.
And
We-
it's
we
not
all-
even it's not even singular entrances. It's all of his entrances
Yeah.
Yes.
being
So-
a spectacle.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Now, how does Heath Slater get on this list?
Well,
Because he got punched by Flow
he
Rider?
belongs on this list. The 3MB will solidify
But
a
no,
place
it
on
wasn't
this
3MB
list.
yet.
It was
No, I
one
know.
man band.
I'm saying that this year 3MB will solidify a place on this list forever.
Like,
Yeah, and
why
they're-
is
they're huge
Brodus
WrestleMania
Clay's...
Battle Royal?
Can you explain why Brodus Clay's on this list?
Oh,
It's the Mamas,
the
right?
Mama's dance
That was
from
a
last
joke.
year.
That was terrible.
That killed all the momentum.
I don't know who well, I mean, John
Fandango. Fandango.
Well, John bought this magazine, but aside from that, who are they trying to
Me and
sell
Ant-Man
this
brought
to?
the...
Yeah, we bought it too.
I don't know why you participated.
Actually,
Why
But
is the blindfold match in here? Can
You
someone-
could, you know, you could have just looked at it in the store. You didn't need to buy it.
Well, now I'm going to get it autographed, so...
Yeah, he's bringing it to...
You know they're gonna have stuff there that you can have autographed.
Oh, no, I want to get this
Stuff that
autographed.
matters.
Well, this matters.
It doesn't really.
That matters.
It really doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna try to find John Cena, Sheamus, Rock, Punk, HBK, Ryback, Brock
Oh,
Lesnar,
good luck.
Undertaker, and Triple H.
Like Brock
All of a
Lesnar's
sudden
going to
that-
show to fan access.
Oh boy! I mean, it's interesting, but they're like they should change that list. It's terrible.
You know what I think you should do? Is you have this magazine.
Burned.
You should correct, you should right a wrong, and cross out the NY.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. It's in New Jersey.
And just have it NJ because that's where it is.
Hall of Fame is in New York.
Yeah.
Correct.
The Raw after
Is in New Jersey.
is in New Jersey.
WrestleMania itself.
WrestleMania is in New Jersey.
And is the last Raw before WrestleMania not in New Jersey as well?
Yes. There's actually a Super Show in Atlantic City.
They're always super shows.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
There's no
I don't think
brand
that Raw,
split anymore.
I don't think that Raw is live though. I think it's a house show, but still.
So we're getting all the prime
Well, house shows don't count.
superstars, while New York is getting all the decrepit legends.
Hey, Booker T's
Yeah.
not decrepit.
No, he's good. Booker
He's
T,
good.
Is
He's
Booker
good.
T headlining the Hall of Fame, or is that
it's
Mick Foley?
and Bruno
Yeah.
San Martino. Nah.
It really shouldn't be Mick Foley.
I'm waiting for
No,
it.
it's Bruno because he's on the Hall of Fame.
Boring.
What?
What is he
We're,
gonna have?
we're not talking about Backlund. We're talking about.
We're
San
talking about
Martino.
Bruno San Martino.
That whole class is brought down by Bob Backlund.
It is a
recording this.
pretty crappy Hall of Fame.
Not really.
No, it's
If you
alright
look
with,
at
with
it-
Booker T, Mick Foley. Who else?
I think
I
the
guess Trish
worst-
Stratus is alright too.
Trish Stratus is okay.
If you're looking at it from titles, the worst person on there is Mick Foley.
I don't think of that.
Also,
But
in terms
even
of
though
shape.
He had his moment where Tony Giovanni said, "Oh, Mick Foley won their WWF title. I put a lot of butts in the seats."
But isn't it funny how though
And it
that is attributed to Tony Schiavone and not Mick
Tony
Foley?
Schiavone.
Yes, he made that moment, not Mick Foley.
Who's Tony Schiavone?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just putting them together. Nobody cares.
Tony
But-
Schiavone, you mean?
Schiavone, whatever.
Schiavone, I know.
Schiavone.
I
I
prefer
know
to
what
make
you're
it
talking
rhyme. I prefer to make it rhyme. It sounds better. So he's attributed that because if he doesn't say that, what happens? Is that still a huge moment?
Yeah, right. I didn't think about that.
So he should be inducted into the Hall.
He
of Fame.
should. He should. I actually always liked him as the announcer.
He
I thought he was better than Jerry Lawler.
in terms of what, like right now?
Yeah.
Or back in Lawler's heyday?
Absolutely not. Lawler
Right.
and the puppies? Come on.
No, there's nothing
Come
wrong
on.
with that. But
Puppies! All the time.
now
nonstop.
what do we get? Oh my God! I think Cena's hurt. Oh my God! One of the faces are hurt. Oh my God! Something's wrong. Oh my God! Oh no!
That's 'cause- Wow.
Heart attack noise.
Wow.
From John.
It's not even the
Boom!
noise
Take that, Jerry Lawler.
It's not even the noise he made, but alright. But that's because Jim Ross was always the face,
He was.
and then he's gone. So it only makes sense to have Lawler be the face when no one likes Cole.
I mean,
But now they're both
But
face.
I just wanted to make. I'm not. There's no beef with me and Lawler. It's just. There's,
Of course, because he doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's gonna know. He's like, who's that kid? Who's that kid made fun of me on a heart attack show? But
Who's that numbnuts that wants to get punched in the face?
please.
I would
anyway.
love to see that.
Anyway.
Lawler just punch you in the face.
But now, like I said, because of him having the heart attack, everyone's a face now. I hate you, Jerry Lawler.
Not Brad Maddox.
I love Brad Max, but I hate you, Jerry Lawler. I hate you. At least Michael
He
Cole
was already a face. Are you talking about Michael Cole?
Michael Cole, because he changed.
Michael Cole was already sort of a face.
No.
That whole Michael Cole and
He was a heel.
Undefeated at Mania thing had ended already.
Hey man, was Michael Cole a heel before Jerry Lawler's heart attack?
he was a heel.
Was he?
He was a heel, yeah.
I don't
He wasn't
know.
as Stone Cold a
was
heel as
a
before,
heel.
but he was still heel.
I don't know. I don't really focus on Michael Cole.
Well, because the announcers suck now.
Because even when he corrects people, he's wrong. So
The announcers
I
are
just don't
terrible.
listen to him.
Not to what it was back in the heyday. You know, like I said, you had Bobby the Brain Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse the Body Ventura. Those worked.
You had
Vince McMahon.
you had guys that
Mr.
were wrestlers
Perfect, Roddy
already.
Piper.
You had guys that were wrestlers already and knew what they were talking
I
about.
understand that.
Or Jim Ross, even though he never wrestled. But then you have Michael Cole.
I know.
Even Coachman was better.
I loved Coachman on commentary. Now he's with ESPN, correct?
That's absurd that you like coaches as an
I do.
announcer.
Well, he did start.
That's like saying you like Taz as an announcer.
Taz was great.
What?
I love it.
No, the video. Just over and over again.
And yeah, to answer your question, Coachman is on ESPN.
Yes.
By far the best announcer on ESPN.
Shut up.
Oh, boy.
much better.
Leave.
He's phenomenal.
Wow, he even told you to leave my show.
He's
I
phenomenal.
fire him every day. He's still here.
Yeah, John fires everybody.
Including
No one
himself.
cares. Yeah, nobody cares.
Man, nobody cares.
No one cares what John has to say about anything.
But no, that's my thing on the announcing. I think it's terrible right now. I think they need to change it up.
Well, it is terrible. It is.
Put
terrible.
Brian Maddox on commentary.
Unless
He's-
JBL is on commentary.
Yes, that's the only thing that saves it.
I feel like though with Brad Maddox, like we're all fans of him, but he's really hit or miss.
Yeah.
He is hit or miss
Like
right
that,
now.
like the terrible. You know that the promo was supposed to be like that on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be terrible because that's just the character. But then everyone just like that was on another level of bad, and they started making up stories about people backstage saying it was awful. That's why he's there. To be awkward and say things that don't make any sense. Like on commentary, oh, we gotta go to commercial. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We're not going to a commercial. What are you listening to? No one said that.
I don't know. I want to bring up that, what was it, Vince McMahon challenging Dana White?
That's old news.
To a fight. To a match.
Old news.
At WrestleMania.
The
Or
biggest
UFC.
The biggest mismatch
But
I've
it's
ever
funny.
heard.
It's funny though, is because either way, like I've said this before about WWE against anything that's outside of WWE, that always wins.
Okay.
So it'd just be funny, like, oh, at Mania, Dana White would win. In a real fight, pretty sure Dana White would win if it was in UFC.
Yeah.
But you'd have to think in the back of your head, did Vince throw that fight?
Well.
Like if it was in UFC.
Yeah.
No way.
But Vince is
If it was in UFC, no way he would throw it.
No, but it might be in the back of some people's head. Because whoever, WWE, doesn't matter who it is, Big Show, whatever, goes against somebody else outside of the organization, that entity always wins.
Actually, I know what would happen in that match. You know what happened?
Vince would fail a drug test and he
Finger
wouldn't be able
poke
to
of
fight.
doom.
Yes.
Finger poke of doom.
Finger poke of doom.
I don't think that would
That would be amazing.
I don't think that would happen.
That'd be
Supposed to fall.
But who would go fall? I'm sitting down though.
Supposed to fall. There we go. There we go. That's pretty much it. I actually got to finish WrestleMania 4.
This is like everyone's face when John talks. Disapproves.
Oops.
Disapproves.
Alright,
It was
man.
you this time. It was you this time.
Was it me?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Andre the Giant?
Disapproves.
He disapproves.
He was
of
listening
what,
to you.
Bob
Because
Beckle.
I'm talking about WrestleMania 4.
He was listening to something, anything, just fill in the blank. You said it, and that's his face now.
Whatever.
Guys, we're live.
Yeah, jerk.
Well, I'm alive.
No,
That's Andre.
we're not live. We're recording.
It's a live recording.
It's a live recording. After the Rick Rude Roberts match, it actually got okay.
Okay.
It, like I said, it was pretty bad after the One Man Gang and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Mm-hmm.
But Bam Bam Bigelow doing cartwhis in the ring.
This
You
is
saw
a
it.
phenomenal match.
Impressive.
Next we had the Ultimate Warrior versus Hercules. Ultimate Warrior won. Hulk Hogan versus the Andre the Giant. It was a double disqualification. It was a short match, like 4 minutes. Teddy DiBiase defeated Don Morocco. That was okay. It was enjoyable. Randy Savage defeated Greg Valentine. That was a very good match.
Okay.
Very good match. I enjoyed it. Brutus Beefcake defeated the Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental title. Not bad. Could have been better. The Islanders with Bobby Heenan defeated the British Bulldogs. Okay. Not great. In the middle. Randy Savage defeated the One Man Gang. Lame. It was pretty bad. No offense. It was just...
Well, that would be Randy Savage,
Yep.
right? Because One Man Gang is the best wrestler
yes.
at this point.
Stop it. Anyway, Demolition defeated Strikeforce, Rick Martel, and Tito Santana. Good match.
Okay.
Good back and forth. And Randy Savage obviously defeated Teddy DiBiase to win the WWF title. Okay match.
Yeah.
And that pretty much, you got the Miss Elizabeth on Randy Savage's shoulders with the title.
Yep.
And, yeah, that's WrestleMania.
Another
4.
great image.
Yes. If you want to go by that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, it was
You being
slow.
sarcastic there?
No, it is.
It was,
okay.
like I said, it was slow with the tournament. It was a good idea,
Uh-huh.
but I think it could have been a little bit better.
All right.
You know,
Do you think they'll ever bring like a tournament style thing back to WrestleMania?
No.
no,
It's too bad.
because it was long. There was like 16 matches.
Mm.
You know, now we get 8 if we're lucky, or 7.
And one of them is 18 seconds.
Like the WrestleMania 5 had 14 matches.
And all those matches meant something.
Yeah.
They
Whereas
did.
now you just have a diva tag team match
You have
for no reason, no title, no nothing.
Or Ryback versus Mark Henry because they stared at each other.
Feed me s'mores. That's what King Smart says, but whatever. He does.
I know. But obviously, we know that Mark Henry likes meat. That's what he's talking about.
Meat. What could disappoint us at WrestleMania 29?
I don't know.
Or does it look disappointing? The card?
The card?
I was just about to say that after hearing like multiple shows. I mean,
The card?
It's almost like I've already accepted how bad.
Yeah,
the
I think
the matches could still end up being good.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the worst parts are out of the way.
Okay.
Unless, you have some
What-
spectacularly bad matches.
It's just getting there at this point because
Yeah.
all the build-up is lost.
It is.
The
It's very lost.
build-up's
Just
been all over
take
the place.
Ryback right out of the match.
Yep.
Take him out of the feud that he's been in for 4 months or something.
So
Just throw in
stupid.
Big Show.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
What is that?
That's why I hate WWE.
Oh, Big Show has nothing to do.
Oh, well.
Mark Henry has nothing to do. I don't think anybody cares.
No. No one
I'd
does
much
care.
rather see that tag match.
Would we also be upset if Taker loses?
Yeah, because he's not going to lose.
I was just saying, would it be a disappointment, though?
It would, because I don't think Punk needs it.
It's
the same argument I had with Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Right.
I think it'll probably be a better match than any of the ones against Triple H, because those
Okay.
were all garbage.
Okay.
I agree. What about a cash-in?
Well, I don't know. Dolph, apparently the plans changed because he cut a promo on SmackDown a while back saying he was going to cash in before Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed it apparently to sometime after Mania.
Unbelievable.
I think that he should do it at Mania.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter. He should do it at Mania.
Yeah, he should. He should. It
We
makes
get a
sense.
title match at Mania? Come on.
And he's going to be the tag team champions, with Big E butt cheeks.
Because right now, Kane is the tag team champions.
No, Daniel Bryan's the tag team champions.
Kane is the tag team champions.
Daniel Bryan is the tag team champion.
Kane is the tag team
Don't
champions.
start with this. Don't start this, man. Daniel Bryan
Well, now they're on the
carries
same
that
Kane
team.
is the tag team
They're
champions.
now they're on the same page.
They
So
are. They are. They don't do
they're
this
both
anymore.
tag team.
No, they're gonna hate each other because he carries that team.
No, actually, he loses all the matches. Whenever they lose, it's
Bryan,
Daniel
yeah,
Bryan
it's always
losing.
Daniel Bryan.
So,
It's always
damn.
He's the sorry, but he's the Darren
Darren
Young
Young
of
of
the
the
team.
group. We get it.
There's always a Darren Young.
But that'll change once he gets out of there.
It won't.
Hopefully.
It won't.
He'll turn into Zack
But,
Ryder.
not to take away, he does win some of the matches.
Yeah, he does.
But most of the time it's Kane.
Even when he has his one arm tied behind his back.
Kane can only win matches when he's in a tag team.
Isn't that sad?
It is.
That is sad.
They just can't. Well, he did win CM Punk. So.
He did. After The Undertaker came out with a
Win to
distraction.
win. Win to
That
win.
pretty much does it for wrestling.
Alright.
Overall.
Overall,
So
for
wrestling's over. Wrestling's done.
wrestling's done for today. Carlos, any sports news you want to talk about?
Oh my god. Boring!
He doesn't like sports.
So you
don't
can
mind
read.
him. You can
No,
read.
hey, you're free. You're free to go.
If you guys are just going to talk about sports, I could go.
Yeah, if you want.
Bore me to tears, John!
You can leave.
I will. When I feel like it.
Okay.
Oh
Uh,
boy.
Okay, so what to do?
March Madness starts today.
Yes, it does.
It's gonna be one heck of a crazy tournament. I think you got like 10 to 12 games today.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. What were you just saying there, Ant-Man?
What? No, I
You were
just...
just saying that Brandon
like-
Menounos
I like
is
his picture.
hot.
Yes.
Was
caliente.
hot.
Ouch.
Was.
What happened?
What does that mean?
Was hot.
What
She's
what
not hot
changed?
now.
She
Uh-oh.
looks
I-
the same.
I don't know
She does
what
not look the same.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't really follow her. or
Staying
anything.
out of this conversation.
What was she like before, and what is she like now?
She looks like Brie Menounos.
Well, no, because you're saying she's hot.
And he's saying he's not.
Carlos is
She's
saying
not.
she's not hot. What happened that she used to be?
Yeah,
that
I don't
she's not
see
anymore?
any, I don't see a difference, really.
I wouldn't know a difference. That's why I'm asking.
She got older.
Oh, okay.
She got
Oh,
older.
okay. I get it. Because, women aren't like men. We just get better. Guys just get better with age. Women, not so much.
Not
Sorry.
so much.
Ugh.
Sorry, you hit 23 and then it's all downhill.
Oh.
You hit 22.
Oh.
And then the rest of your life is a
22
dumpster.
is the age?
22 is the age. Wow.
I don't know.
We know we have
I'm just
March
throwing out a
Madness starting,
number.
also spring training still going on. Ant-Man, any
I could care less about
news
spring
to put you on the spot because you ain't paying attention? Any
Is
Yankee
it because
news?
you're bored?
Any Yankee news at the moment? Not really. Derek Jeter was cleared to play a while ago.
Still dealing with the cranky ankle.
Yeah.
Cranky?
They're
cranky?
calling it a cranky ankle. I'm not. This is
That's
not
what
made
they're
up.
calling it.
This is
That's
not
what they're
made
calling
up.
it.
This is what they're calling it. They're calling it a
And man,
cranky ankle.
You might have the worst medical staff than the Mets.
Well, we have much
I'm
worse.
not saying it was the medical staff that brought up that nickname. I'm just saying that
How do you call it a cranky ankle?
I have no idea. It's
cranky,
it's
like
It's,
cranky.
it's,
question.
it's not a serious injury, but it's bugging him.
It's cranky.
Will he be ready for opening day?
They cleared him for opening day, but I mean I don't know if they want to take that risk and
They
put him
won't.
out there.
They won't.
I don't think so.
They could possibly put him as DH again, though. He has to use that ankle in order to.
If they do, you probably know the biggest reason of why they're going to put him in. It's revenue.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it.
Draws.
Well,
That is
the
it.
Yankees do draw. So.
We just went completely off topic with that with the ankle injury.
Yeah, thank you, cranky Ant-Man.
Ants don't get cranky.
No, I mean it is Yankee news, but it's
It's
completely irrelevant.
Uh,
yeah. Anyways,
Heat, 24 in a row.
how did the Cavs blow that one? You blow a 23-point lead in the third quarter to lose that game by 3.
Bob Orton.
I have no doubt on that.
That's
Well, the Knicks have done that already. They could face like the Cavs
Could we
and do the same
lean? Could we
thing.
lean towards the theory that game might have been thrown?
No,
You don't think so?
No.
I mean,
it's just how
I
bad the
don't
Cavs
know.
are.
Just the whole thing with LeBron coming back to Cleveland again, and there were 2 instances that caught my eye in that game. One, the roof leaked,
That's funny.
and that postponed the game.
That's funny.
But that was in the first quarter, so it didn't really have an impact. And then you have the fan storming into the game, being thrown out by security, and apparently he told LeBron that he wishes that he comes back to Cleveland. Now finally I can thank you for the fans for finally showing remorse
Of
to
course.
LeBron James. Dan Gilbert, I seriously hope you get fired. I'm just baffled that Cleveland lost that game.
It happens. Cleveland's not that good.
Well, then again, I shouldn't be because Cleveland should have lost that game to begin with.
Well,
But,
like I said, they're the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks they can beat bad teams, but it's amazing when bad teams face them, they get blown away. I don't know what it is.
it's
Except the Knicks did beat the Magic yesterday, but it's
motivation.
The Magic. They've
Yeah,
won
well, the
two-
Knicks.
They've won 2 in a row. The Rangers won 2 in a row. They play tonight. I'd read to
Brooklyn Nets had a nice win last night against
Who
Dallas.
cares? Who cares? I'm not a Nets fan.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Knicks beating the Magic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth talking about. Not really.
It's not
the
worth
Magic.
it. It's not
the
worth
Magic.
it.
I'd read to the Texans.
That was a shocker.
Ant-Man.
I could have sworn he
They
would have
need
finished his career in Baltimore.
They need him. They need him. I mean, look at last year. The Texans when they got to the playoffs, even when the steam started to wear off, because they did start off really well. But at some point during the year, towards the end, they started remembering that the roster wasn't that good. Let's be honest, And I feel like even Ed Reed at his age could bring a lot to the Texans. I am surprised that he left Baltimore. I thought he was going to maybe hang it up.
I think so as well.
I thought it was gonna have one more year at Baltimore, then hang it up.
That would make sense.
But I mean,
Would not?
But I
No, that
also
wouldn't make
Would have made sense.
no, but I understand him leaving when Ray Lewis retired
Exactly.
because that's it's his big teammate. They've been there for a while. Once Ray Lewis is there, maybe he just wanted a change of scenery, and he knows he's on his way out. I'm just surprised that he decided not to just retire as a Raven.
That's
It's true.
That's quite shocking.
Mhm.
But
What do you guys think about the move with what's his name? Was it Jake Long? Going to the
you mean Matt Hasselbeck?
No. One of the Longs he signed with the Rams from.
Oh,
the offensive tackle.
Yeah, offensive tackle for Miami.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal, actually.
That's pretty for Miami. That's a loss for Miami. So what can you do?
You still got them winning the.
Yeah,
division?
I still have them winning the division. That's NFL talk for another time. I was going to say, though, about Ed Reed, that loss, I'm going to stick to my thing, stick to my prediction. They're not making the playoffs.
though. You're still talking about the
Their
Raiders.
defense is slowly
As this offseason is progressing,
it's slowly
yeah,
getting bad.
That is a game changer.
And they lost
But-
Bolden.
Yeah, but this is
I don't
a
know.
tough one.
I think the loss of Lewis and Reed is much bigger than their
It
loss
is.
of Bolden. I don't think Bolden really brought that much to the table.
But they also gave him a 6th-round pick for him, which I thought was a little...
The loss of Bolden was insulting. It's not that it was a shock. It was just.
You don't know what to say.
I really don't. It's up in the air. I'm going to stick to my guns and I'm going to say that Baltimore is going to make the playoffs as a wild card.
Nope, definitely not.
Just
Definitely
have
not.
to wait and see what happens.
Bears also move on from Brian Urlacher.
Another shocker. What is going on here with this offseason?
Where did he go?
A ridiculous offseason.
Where did Urlacher go?
He hasn't gone anywhere yet. But
He's still with the Bears, right?
no, he's
No.
not gonna. He's not gonna re-sign with the
He's not
Bears.
re-signing.
They haven't negotiated a contract. Apparently,
Okay.
they couldn't come to terms.
And happy anniversary to Tim Tebow.
Yeah. Next Arena League football star. And speaking of the Jets,
Uh-oh.
Rex Ryan is going to return to play calling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
That changes everything.
You don't think it does?
Well, when did he when did he call plays before this?
The year before last.
Well, I mean, again, if Sanchez, what's he gonna do this time? Tell Sanchez to not throw an interception?
Don't throw it.
Is that-
Don't throw an interception.
What, that'll
Don't
work?
do
That'll
that.
change the whole deal.
That's a no-no.
Tell Lex Hilliard not to fumble. Right? There's only so much his play calling can do. Really.
What do you think? You think Kevin Cobb is gonna sign?
Cobb.
At this point, he might. I mean, who else is going to be interested in him? Maybe the Jaguars. I mean, are the Jaguars still looking for a quarterback?
They still are. I don't think Blaine Gabbert's their
Blaine Gabbert's not going to be their future.
their star, their future. It was a
But
bad
then
pick
again,
to
can you
begin with.
really blame it on Gabbert though?
No, I think it's a team all around. I mean, they do
That's-
have Justin Blackman, who I like.
Yeah, but he's on and off.
He is on and off. Also, Eli would rework his deal to try to get Cruz back.
Didn't they just tender Cruz?
No,
They didn't tender him. I could have sworn they tendered him.
doesn't say it on here. I'm looking at a generic sports website.
Generic sports.
Generic
website.
sports website. #1 sports site in America. So
Yeah, I mean, we don't
That's
want
not-
to.
but that's nice of
We don't
them,
want to
though.
run into any copyright infringement laws.
no, definitely not. Definitely not. So.
Oh man.
It is what it is. Eli Manning has all this money, might as well restructure your contract.
Might as well, yeah, but they're going to need a running back. That's all I can say.
Yes, they do need a running back right now, so that's maybe draft is in 35 days, so we'll see what they do during.
Yeah, I just
The
I saw Mel Kiper's top 10, and apparently Geno Smith is not included in that top 10. Apparently Manti Te'o is going ahead of
Don't tell
Geno
me
Smith.
they got him going to Buffalo.
I don't recall. I think they might have him going to Denver.
That'd be interesting.
But
That'd be interesting. But
they
I
had-
think
he had
think
Ma-
he's overrated as
he
well.
had Manti Te'o going 17th. Overrated.
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 Yeah, he didn't have a good
Good combine.
combine. Thank you.
It's the combine.
You still want to impress though.
Did Tom Brady impress at the combine? Look at how he did.
He was.
He was drafted 7th round.
Yeah, look where he is now.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't have drafted him by his size. Come on, who would have? That's why he went to 7th round. But the whole thing that
From what I understood in the top 10, it's mostly linebackers.
It is. It's supposed to be. But I think Geno Smith will go top 10.
No way.
I think so.
No way.
If he falls to Buffalo, Buffalo's taking him.
I wouldn't be
That's
surprised.
possible. That's, yeah.
They
I
need a
see that
quarterback.
too.
They need a future quarterback right now, and he's the. I mean, I think this year's quarterbacks not too good, except for Geno Smith. I take a shot on him because I think next year's quarterbacks are a little.
Yeah, I really don't know any other quarterbacks out there. What's the guy's name? Matt Barkley.
Shoulder surgery.
He's coming off an injury, but you
Yeah.
got to give the guy
I
some
give the
credit.
guy credit. I do. I'm not saying he's not. He's going to be a flop, but he's coming off injury, and
But you can't give the guy a All right, can we just agree that we can't give a guy a chance to make the first round of the draft, or at least the top 10, just because you went 60 out of 64 in a pro day?
I think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be drafted first round. Not at all.
I'm talking Geno Smith.
Oh, Geno Smith, yes. I thought you were talking about Matt Barkley stuff.
No. Matt Barkley I see as a much more not likable, much more. What's the word?
Ant-Man?
He's much more likely
There we go.
to make the first round than Geno Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Because
we'll
at least in USC, they had a defense.
Mm-hmm.
they did.
West Virginia had no defense. You give up 63 points to Baylor at home.
They did not have a defense. They did not at all. But we'll see in 35 days.
Yeah.
Can't tell the future now. So,
Right.
but 15 days, be a fan access.
That's right.
Can't wait. And then 4 more days, I'll be at WrestleMania. And all the independent shows. No,
Nice.
not all of them, but a few. We'll have Impact, crappy Impact for tomorrow.
Hey, it's going to be good because Bully Ray is going
Crappy
to
Impact for
talk
tomorrow.
about...
Crappy Impact
plan.
for tomorrow. Crappy Impact for tomorrow.
But you're not going to watch.
Crap.
Yeah,
Watch
he's
it.
not-
You should watch it.
He's not going to watch, but he'll make his comments.
I'll
even
make
though
my
he has
comments.
He has no idea what he's talking about.
No, actually, I can watch it. I don't have to go to work till 11, so
Oh, nice. So you should watch it.
He should, but he won't.
it's gonna be painful, but we'll get through it.
You got to do it.
Even
He
if I can
won't.
watch it tomorrow.
He
so
won't do it.
It's on the interwebs.
He won't do it.
I still watch it.
Interwebs.
The interwebs.
The intranet.
The interwebs. And we'll have more.
Why don't you just
wrestling
call it the World Wide Web? Why don't you just do that?
I like the interwebs.
Interwebs is terrible.
Yeah, I think Rob came up with that. So tell him that.
Well, even if I came up with it, you're still using it.
I am. The
So
interwebs.
he doesn't have to say anything to me. You're the one
I know.
using it.
I know. I think that's gonna wrap for today. Like I said, Impact for tomorrow. I think no pay-per-views this week.
Nope.
No crappy one night only pay-per-views from TNA. I think
I
they're
bet
all,
they're
They
good.
didn't look that bad.
they're all done. And yeah, I have an Impact for tomorrow, and we know what SmackDown is already. Carlos will be back.
Let's just hope for that for future shows we won't start off with the WWE Divas and the Miz.
Yeah. Thanks, Ant-Man.
Well, excuse me for trying to cover everything. Okay?
Oh.
I'm not like
Oh.
ESPN.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm not like ESPN. who
Generic
decides to-
sports.
No,
Generic sports.
they suck. Where they omit things and decide what's not important enough to cover, or teams that are not important enough to cover. And I actually like to cover the whole thing. So
Alright, first of all, I'm not disputing that you should cover everything. But to,
Just
I
not
like your
Divas.
consistency. I like the consistency.
Mr. Consistency, that's my name.
Also, I forgot spring training
But
starts in a
but
week,
the
2
Miz?
weeks.
It does at this point. Even when things suck so hard, you have to cover it, and you can explain why.
He does.
I'd rather just not have a show.
Ouch.
Hey, I mean, I would rather have a show without
But
the Miz.
I do
we
give
can't all have what we want.
I do
you
give
know?
Ant-Man credit.
I'm not
for-
saying
he
that.
does cover why the Miz does suck. And I agree, he does suck. He's terrible.
I actually think that main event is going to lose a lot of viewers because they actually had a promo featuring the Miz this week.
Oh,
He got no reaction.
And they didn't.
When he,
No,
when
That's
he-
why. That's why when the main event starts, he's already on commentary, so that we could see. We can't see that Michael Cole gets a bigger pop than the Miz.
It's true. He doesn't get a reaction.
He doesn't. But that's
He
gonna...
didn't watch.
All right. Well, when he's on Raw.
When he's on Raw,
When he's on Raw.
he doesn't get a reaction. They could care less about main event.
SmackDown gets no love.
He does on
SmackDown very gets a
sometimes.
little...
No. What they do is they put a fake pop in there,
Yeah.
and I'm not joking. They really
They do.
put fake pops.
Yeah, that's why SmackDown is SmackDown, Raw is Raw, so... You should get the real fans.
Should we say
from
that's
Raw.
why wrestling is wrestling?
Wrestling is
I
wrestling.
could say that. Yeah.
You know, but,
I meant that in a bad way, by the way.
I know. So did I.
we'll have shitty Impact for tomorrow, and Rob will have NXT 3. You said
I'm gonna try if I can find it with a reasonable amount of time tonight. Unlike last week,
it's okay, Rob.
it's not okay because it's the best show.
Okay, it's whatever you
I
say.
don't watch it, so I should make a comment.
I'm not gonna comment. It's all you. That's why you
I know.
have that segment.
I know.
You suck up. You suck job. Hate your
It
guts.
doesn't even make
You
any
know
sense.
why you're on
Who
the
am I
show.
sucking up to?
Your boss.
My boss?
Yeah, I'm the boss man.
I certainly don't suck up to you. So,
You have your own segment. Be happy. Anyway,
Oof.
we're gonna wrap. Finally, Impact tomorrow. NXT. Yay! I'm John.
This is Ant.
the real American.
He sucks. And Carlos will be back next week. Somewhat next week.
Hopefully.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.